Today's CIJE Innovation Day brings together young engineers who are showcasing what they've learned over the course of the year with them.
Students compete for biomedical, structural, civil, mechanical engineering.
We've been working for months and months to create an invention to show off our skills and show everyone what we're capable of.
The competition aspect to it is what drives a lot of us. If I'm going to stay up, if I'm going to take my free periods to work on something, it's because I'm competitive, I want to win.
I chose engineering as my elective, and I really feel like it helped me learn so many new things.
It was just amazing. I came in with no background at all.
And I got to learn how to make things I never thought I'd be able to do.
I really want to leave the classroom already, get into the real world and start making or doing something.
The whole idea of STEM is creating something that will help other people.
CIJE is changing the world by empowering our students to become engineers of the future.
I want to make an impact.
It's not just the final product that's really important, but it's really the journey and the way to get there and the many things that I've learned along the way.
That we actually won was a huge surprise and extremely exciting.
We ended up winning this first prototype award, but then it came around to the grand prize, and that ended up being us.
We won second place. Pretty crazy.
Our hard work really paid off.
We won first prize, and we didn't know what happened to us. It was so crazy.
CIJE has been the backbone, setting up these showcases where the students actually get to show off their work and meet other engineers. It's indispensable.
Welcome to CIJE Tech Innovation Day 2.0 2020. We're here to celebrate the accomplishments that you guys, the teachers and the students, did this year under incredible circumstances, and we're so excited to see what you guys have put together. Let's get started tonight. We got a lot of awards, a lot of exciting things to talk about. Let's start with a nice message from our president of CIJE, Mr. Jason Curry.
Good evening, and welcome to CIJE Innovation Day 2.0. My name is Jason Curry, and I'm president of the Center for Initiatives in Jewish Education, better known as CIJE. We at CIJE began to believe that starting on March 5th, that this wasn't going to be a regular year, that what makes CIJE interesting and different could no longer be maintained, and that is one-on-one working with teachers in the classroom and working with students. So we had to learn how to transition our way through this. And beginning on March 5th, we took everybody out of the schools and decided that the only way we were going to be able to do the teaching and learning that needed to be done was to do it through online platforming. Therefore, we spent 10 days devising programming so that we could put into the classroom. And I'm proud to say that we were able to do this transition in a very quick and uniform way. Now, as for tonight. Tonight, students who had been working on programs and their various projects where they were going to actually be at an Innovation Day in one of our conferences around the country would have to change. And that change was from a physical presence to a virtual presence. That meant that they had to pivot. They had to have, instead of showcasing their actual project, they would have to do it in a different way. And that way included having to develop a web page, having to show how their project was meaningful to society in a great way. And I am pleased to tell you that we had over 310 submissions. Now, 310 submissions equates to about 930 students. And tonight, we are going to showcase some of those projects. We will tell you that we will have 8 different winning groups, but every one of you students is a winner because you learned to do something that was very different. The greatest lesson that we as educators can show you is your ability to adapt. That adaptation is going to help you in the future. Wherever you end up in the working force, you will have to learn at times not to do the status quo, but how to do things differently and to do it quickly. So I congratulate all of our students for doing their work. They are entrepreneurs, to say the least. We wish everyone good luck and thank you.
Thank you, Jason. My name is Adam Jerozolim. I'm the CIJE Mentor out here in New York, and I'll be your host for this evening. The schedule for tonight is we have a whole list of awards we're looking to give out to you guys. We'd like to thank our panel of 75 judges that helped us pick our winners tonight. We went through 3 separate tiers of judging till we finally got to our winners. I'd like to thank all the teachers and staff, support staff, entrepreneurs out there that helped us with those selections. Although we can't hand out trophies over the live stream, we are awarding $100 to each winner. So one separate gift card to each member of the winning team and $50 to each runner-up team. So although we can't physically give it to you now, it is nice to get a little bit of an award. The goal tonight is to show you some of the projects that you guys put together and really highlight the ones that we thought were a little extra special. So the first category we're going to give out tonight is for commercial products. And let's see some of the projects you guys put together.
We're here to present to you the Airplane Laboratory Status Integration.
Anti-COVID scandal handle.
The location activated gun
Golden So.
Lightwalk is an inexpensive LED light-up crosswalk.
Sorting robotic arm.
Wow, some really, really amazing projects out there. That was just a taste of the hundreds of projects that you guys submitted for Innovation Day 2.0 tonight. All right, so the runner-up for the commercial products in second place is the Aquatel from the David Posnick Hebrew Academy by Shayna Skoy Markin and Galia Leibowitz. Way to go, guys. Runners up. And the winners of the commercial products category for 2020 are The Retail Rack by Rebecca Siegel, Shoshi Cantor, and Nava Grona from the Berea High School for Girls. Congratulations, ladies. Let's see what these girls put together.
Did you know that by the year 2024, e-commerce sales will most likely overcome that of physical retailers? If you are a retail store owner, how can you prevent your business from becoming the latest victim of the retail apocalypse?
You're in luck. Here at Productive Retail, we have developed the Retail Rack, a special clothing rack that tracks interest in items being sold.
Each item has a designated colored hanger and colored branch on a rack. When a hanger is picked up from our rack, it will sense this and using a Wi-Fi chip, will send this information to the store's database.
If you are the owner of a retail store, let us help you. Purchase the Retail Rack and become a competitor for the online retailers, not the other way around.
Really amazing, ladies. Really, really impressive. Thank you so much. We're going to have now a nice little bit of inspirational words from a CIJE member from the Board of Trustees, Yvette Borowski-Edidin.
My name is Yvette Borowski-Edidin, and I have been a CIJE board member for the last 5 years. I, myself, participated in competitions like this when I was your age. Then I went on to Penn Engineering, and now my husband and I are investors in exciting companies that started as mere ideas like yours. My own son is a 10th grader in CIJE at Eula Boys, and I have a rising 9th grader. So what is CIJE? CIJE is the leading Jewish nonprofit ensuring that students are prepared for jobs of the future. Since CIJE's formation by leaders of the Gruss Foundation in 2001, CIJE has upgraded STEM curriculum, trained science teachers, and provided equipment for school labs to make that vision a reality. The COVID-19 pandemic required CIJE to pivot fast to meet the new needs of virtual STEM education for the 200 schools in the CIJE network nationwide. I am proud to share that over the past few months alone, CIJE has trained over 2,000 teachers, provided at-home STEM lessons for 600 students, created virtual competitions, and ensured that early childhood STEM products like its Success Maker are available from home for its younger students. And of course, CIJE has created this, the first ever CIJE Virtual Innovation Day. In prior years, CIJE held annual events like this in the New York metro area, in Florida, Los Angeles, and Chicago separately. But this is an unprecedented collaboration nationwide amongst young Jewish leaders in STEM. Can you guess who's on with you? Can you guess the number of states, the number of schools, the number of projects, the number of students? For the students who worked hard to get here today, you are our country's future. You're the future supporters of the Jewish community. You will one day be sitting on the boards of directors, making decisions that impact the future of the Jewish people. Congratulations to all of you for participating in this historic event and for working so hard this past year on your CIJE engineering project. For parents and grandparents, it takes a lot of hard work for CIJE to provide these amazing opportunities for our kids year in and year out. Many families have indeed been hit hard financially by this pandemic, but those who can, should. Support CIJE with whatever donation amount you can. Please go to thecige.org and show Hakarat HaTov for everything this amazing organization brings our children.
Thank you so much, Yvette. And thank you to all of those of you out there just like Yvette, showing your support for STEM education, such a crucial foundation for our future of our students. So thank you. Yvette, you mentioned a few numbers out there: schools, students, states, a lot of S words. I'm glad you asked. CIJE is now in 18 states. We have 73 schools in our high school program and almost 2,500 students competing in Science Tech Engineering just this year, and always growing. So thank you for your support, and thank you for everyone that's participating. Our next award is going to go to Assistive Technology Award. And let's see what you guys put together. Assistive Technology.
Together, we created the AFib monitor.
Flex Text texting gloves.
Glow goggles is a pair of goggles that senses when someone is drowning.
Well,
We have buddy bands.
About 10 million people in the United States have a visual disability.
A suitcase is a suitcase designed to follow you through the airport.
Chatterbox is a device that will translate sign language into text.
It's called C Smart, and it was created by us.
Arduino Flex key.
The Safe Bed is a mechanical mattress that prevents sleepwalkers from injuring themselves during the night.
The Shirt Folder Express is an automated shirt folding board.
We hope you consider the baby drain.
Our project is called the Smart Chair.
I'm from a company named Weight Watcher, and we know how to fix your problem.
Auto Posture is a new and innovative device to help correct your posture.
Our solution is Stressed.
NIRALS, or non-invasive retinal emulating oxybutyl lobe stimulator.
We hope that this auto visor will help decrease the amount of car accidents.
SmartShoot's main goal is to combat the risks of large amounts of sitting.
ID Shoot is a fingerprint unlocking gun.
We created the safety bracelet.
And we created the product Noise.
Our device, the Baby Heart Monitor.
Our project, the Flex Sensor Glove.
Loop is a belt dedicated to improving the life of the visually impaired.
The Safe Shopper.
We created the Slipstick.
The Gyro Tray was born.
The Medicine Reminder.
Grab a no sleep pillow to stop drivers from sleeping on the road.
Can you stay back to help with social distancing?
The No Fire Iron is a revolutionary product.
We created Earthing to help save lives.
Welcome to Building Belief.
Introducing Hand Optics.
The Clever Cabinet keeps elderly med takers from mixing up their pills.
This is why we made Safe Now.
The 911 necklace allows you to have a direct phone call with 911.
The Object Identification Belt, also known as the OIB,
is an electronic belt embedded with distance sensors that is capable of identifying an object's presence and distance.
Oh, orange juice.
And then it folds.
Wow, again, some really amazing stuff. A lot of you have been asking in the chat how we could find out more information about some of these projects. On this website, thecige.org/live, below the live stream is a link to a website containing all of the projects. So you could browse all of the different projects you see here tonight, go to the full website, get the full videos that all of these students made. So without further ado, the runner-up for assistive technology in Innovation Day 2.0 2020 goes to Building Belief by Kalanit Epstein, Dalia Khan, and Daniela Saltz from the Berman Hebrew Academy. Congratulations, girls. And the winner for Assistive Technology, Innovation Day 2.0, the year 2020. 2.0 times 2.0 in 2020. I feel like we shouldn't have sealed the envelopes. We could have just folded them. It would have been much easier for me to open them. And the winner for Assistive Technology is the L2 bracelet from Masora High School for Girls by Hindi Feigenbaum, Yehudis Epstein, and Chayasara Cassius. Congratulations, girls. That was a fantastic bracelet. Keeps track of where your physically impaired children are, making sure they're not too far away from you. A really clever idea. So let's take a quick closer look at their project.
Come, join me for a moment as we enter the heart and mind of a child with special needs.
Percent of people with ASD wander. It is not in their control, and it makes their parent or guardian so stressed.
So here we have our transmitter and receiver talking to each other. The link is they're connected. That's what you see on serial monitor, and nothing is lit up or beeping. If they lose connection, then it'll beep and blink and it'll read no radio. That's what you see on serial monitor over there.
Really amazing job, ladies. Really amazing. Hope to see your project out there. Probably in a few weeks, few months, few years. Love to pick one up. So thank you so much. We have the privilege of hearing today, before we go on to the next award, from the word about the creative roller coaster, or perhaps the roller coaster that is creativity, from Jorian Polish Schutz, a real entrepreneur in the area. And let's hear a couple of words he has to say.
My calendar that I make every year that people really enjoy, the Misa Viv Hebrew Circle calendar, almost every single year I've been frustrated with it enough to throw it down, and at least once almost concluded that I wasn't going to do it that year. So a lot goes on in the process. And that's also true of most of my writing projects, where there have been moments where I lost faith in myself to do it, to finish it. There's almost always a loss of faith in the creative process. It's one of the therapeutic things about it, actually, because you can give up projects, and that's part of it too. You can decide that you're not pursuing something anymore. If you keep doing that, then you'll probably be in an endless loop. So it's good to bring things to completion. But yes, there is this initial inspiration, and then there's the work that you put into something, and then there are a series of disillusionments and a series of compromises and a series of adaptations, and that's really important. And the persistence and the faith. So yes, there's almost every single project I've ever been involved with has had that.
Thank you so much, Julius. Thank you so much. Beautiful and inspiring. All right, on to our next award category, the arts. About 2 years ago, we instituted the arts category after numerous requests from the schools to put a little more A in STEM, a little more STEAM out there. And every year we've had more and more entries. I think almost 35 entries this year in the arts category. So that's really nice. Speaks highly about the arts. And let's see some of the projects that you guys put together.
We are Steeks by Chico's. Steeks is a Bluetooth pair of headphones that also functions as speakers.
We created a board game called the Breadboard.
The project is a board game created to combat elderly loneliness.
Debrassi. Our product is a detailed guide for high schoolers that results in the creation of a fully functional electric guitar.
The not-so-grand piano.
I'm here to talk about the not-so-grand piano. This is a small piano that's small enough to fit inside your hand. It also has a wristband, which makes it portable, and you can bring it basically anywhere you want.
And we created something called the Music Visualizer, a new way to experience music.
This is where the Music Visualizer comes in.
We hope you enjoy.
At ME, our innovation
at ME stands for Arts My Music.
Will aid the learning process by allowing kids to begin learning the basics of music.
With the help of AtMe, more people will continue cultivating their musical talent.
The Taco Music Stand.
The Taco Music Stand.
Here at Taco, we've solved that problem with our The Taco Music Stand.
Our product is an automatic page-turning music stand.
The Taco Music Stand.
Page turning will never be an issue again.
This is the Keep a Go prototype.
We believe that Keep a Go can be a game changer in Keepa fashion. Our goal is to enhance the Jewish practice of wearing your kippah and giving all Jews a way to express themselves, which will hopefully serve them as a constant reminder of the Holy One above.
The Party Hoodie, Electric Style's first product. When you put on the hood and hit the power button, things get a little bit more interesting. Party Hoodie will make you the center of attention.
With distanceordie.com, everyone will be able to learn the real facts about the coronavirus.
And don't forget the games.
These games can help people of all ages and backgrounds understand what's happening in a fun way.
Introducing the IC, using the technology today to build the future of tomorrow. The IC is a sophisticated electronic color detector designed in aiding those with a color vision deficiency. The IC can detect the color of almost any object at any time with only the push of a button. With the IC, the colorblind can overcome the difficulties faced in their daily lives. Thank you to CIJE for supporting our work.
Incredible. I would love one of those light up kippahs. Can I get one of those? Go with my light up microphone. Very arty. Very cool. All right, so without further ado, the runners up for the arts category in 2.0, 2.0, 2.0 is Not So Grand Piano by Yaakov Halstush, Zachary Jerome, and Danny Browner from TABC. All right, some jersey winners. Very nice, very nice. I see in the chat from L. Jacobson wondering, how could I win an award? I'm not a girl. Well, I think we had our first boys team there. So congratulations, TABC. So now our winners for the Arts Award. I'd like to thank Smardar Friedman for making up this pretty painting and helping us present the winners of Innovation Day 2.0. Arts category goes to The Breadboard by Hannah Goy Kadosh and Ora Fisher from YUHSG Central. A really great project, a nice game to help people with all different disabilities. Really impressive. Let's take a closer look at their project.
Who is it?
It's me, Grandma.
Come on in.
Do you remember me?
Yes.
Will you always remember me?
Yes, of course.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Ah, I knew you wouldn't remember me.
Ha ha ha.
Hi, my name is Ora Fisher.
And my name is Hannah Goy-Kadosh. We created a board game called the Breadboard.
The project is a board game created to combat elderly loneliness and to help the elderly with memory loss issues such as Alzheimer's, dementia, and more.
And creates a mentally stimulating and challenging and fun game to help assist with memory retention with senior citizens.
You also see this game as very helpful.
Amazing, amazing. I want to give a shout out to Hunter Rocks on the chat down below. I definitely see you, Hunter. Could leave some room for everyone else on the chat. But keep it coming. Some great comments down there. Some really nice stuff. So our next piece is going to be from, some of you might know our mentor, Kate Van Dellen, down in Texas. A little hot down there in Texas. It's a dry heat, they say. It's a dry heat. But she has some inspiring and a little bit fearful words about what it means to learn through our failures. So, Kate, you want to share some nice words with us?
Hi, I'm Kate. I had the privilege of working as a systems test engineer in flight test of unmanned aircraft. That meant that while the aircraft was flying around, it was actually being remotely piloted from the ground. One of the tests that I ran was a big deal. We had executives from around the world fly in just to watch this test with their very own eyes. Because it was such a big deal, the company took it very seriously, and we spent weeks and lots of money practicing. So this would be more of a demo than a test. And so we wanted to show off our new component to all of our customers. The day of the test comes, and at the airport, we've got tons of extra eyes, people who want to see it work for themselves. Everyone's kind of on pins and needles waiting for things to happen. And so we take off. Things are looking okay with the airplane, which means that we're good to go to turn on the new component, and it doesn't turn on. And so like many of you with your capstone projects, we started troubleshooting. We went through, why are we staring at this blank screen when there should be information coming to us from it? Why isn't this working? And what we discovered was that a well-meaning mechanic the night before who wanted to make this aircraft perfect for this test took out the new component that wasn't recognizable. And so I had to tell the customers and all of these high-power executives and dignitaries that we were bringing the aircraft back with an unsuccessful test because the component wasn't even there. But as the responsible engineer, I also had the opportunity to look for where we could improve the process. And that's where I spent time afterwards working with people from across the nation who I was physically separated from, most like your capstone projects right now, where you are also physically separated from them, and work on a process to make sure that that never happened again.
Crazy, crazy. Way to go, Kate. Love to hear the end of that story, but I'm sure it all worked out in the end. Thank you so much. About 2 years ago, I think at Innovation Day, we started something called the Extreme Engineering Challenge. We invited some middle school students for a one-day engineering challenge. We gave them the challenge in the morning. They had the rest of the afternoon at Innovation Day to build and design a solution to that problem. This year, we one-upped ourselves, and we actually gave them the challenge a few months before Innovation Day. We're going to have another one on Innovation Day, but alas, Corona decided otherwise. So we gave them the challenge about 2 months before it was due on creating a more sustainable system for your school. Anything you wanted, super open-ended. They had to actually develop and and to make in their schools some sort of innovative idea. And it was really great. We got a lot of awesome submissions, a lot of fun stuff from our middle schoolers. But we have to pick a winner, and there was one that stood out. So this year's Middle School Extreme Engineering Challenge winner. Oh my gosh, wait a minute. Before I announce the winner, I'd like to show you a little video of some of the projects some of the middle schools put together. So take a look.
If what I am is what's in me, then I'll stay strong, that's who I'll be. And I will always be the best me that I can be. There's only one me, I admit. Have a dream, I'll follow it. It's up to me to try. Oh, I'ma keep my head up high. Keep on reaching high. Never gonna quit, I'll keep getting stronger. And nothing's gonna bring me down. Never gonna stop, gotta go. Because I know I'll keep getting stronger. And what I am is and what I am is and what I am is smart. And what I am is and what I am is and what I am is there's nothing I can't achieve because in myself I believe in those. Gonna keep our heads up high. Keep on reaching high. Never gonna quit, just keep getting stronger. Ain't nothing gonna bring us down. Never giving up, gotta go. Because I know I'll keep getting stronger. What I am is what I am is what I am is what I am is what you are is what you are is. There's nothing I can't achieve because of myself I believe in those. Gonna hold my head up high. Keep on reaching high. I'm never gonna stop. I'll keep getting stronger. Nothing's gonna bring me down. Never give it up, gotta go. Yeah, I'll keep getting stronger.
Wow. The creativity in middle schools is crazy. Can't wait to see what you guys put together in high school. Shout out to Gabby Livy. I see you in the chat. I miss you guys too. Hopefully we'll be up and running in September, back in the schools, having a good time and making some crazy stuff. So without further ado, the Middle School Engineering Challenge champions for the year 2020 goes to The Greenhouse on Wheels at the Yeshiva Katana of Los Angeles by Moshe Horowitz, Shaya Unger, Shaya Lazar, Ephraim Zagi, and Nachi Raskin. Congratulations, guys. Let's take a closer look at what these guys put together.
Our Extreme Engineering Challenge, to make our school greener, we decided to make a greenhouse.
Our greenhouse is slightly different because we made it on wheels, which now we're able to move it.
To make it easy to take care of our plants, we made our door using Velcro.
This design is made using hula hoops and a dolly so birds would be easily found in school.
With this design, we could easily bring the greenhouse to every classroom so they could learn about how greenhouse works.
In this greenhouse, we have planted peas and peppers and hope to see them grow soon.
Even more creative than that. All right, guys, welcome back. Congratulations to our middle schoolers. Hope to see you back on the champion stage next year. All right, it wouldn't be a CIJE Tech Innovation Day without our annual quiz game show. But to spice it up a little bit this year, we're going to be giving out $100 cash to the winner of this year's quiz show. It's not a team effort this year. Every man and woman for themselves from the safety of their own homes. So here's how you play. You got to go to the link down at the bottom. You can go from a phone, a computer, any really internet-connected device, whatever kind of devices you have out there. It could be the computer watching this on. So the link is crowd.live/A3S, like Sam, N like Nancy, and H like my good old Grandma Harriet. So we're going to give everyone a chance to log on, find a device. We have about 100 players logged up. Wow, that was pretty quick. All right. So let's give everyone a chance. Crowd.live. If you're a phonetic speller like me, crowd is spelled without an E. It's actually spelled crowd, CROWD.live /A like Adam, 3 like the third number in our numerical system, S like Sam, N like no way, and H like my good old great-grandpa Henry. So we'll give everyone another chance to get in there. We're up to 300 players. It's looking good. I feel like it'll be a little bit more competitive this year now that we have a little money on the line. Should be nice, for Corona. Something to do at home. Buy yourself something nice to play, a little arts and crafts. The quiz show is going to work the way it's worked in years past, although most of you have not been there. So a quiz question is going to come up on your screen. You're going to have some multiple choice answers. You click on the one you think is right. Hopefully get some points. Time does matter. So a lot of you are going to know the answer. Some of the questions are very easy. Some of the questions are very hard. The quicker you can get them, the more points you're going to get. And you'll see the point count go down as the timer goes down. So the longer you take, the less points you'll get, the less chances of winning. If you don't know, you could always guess. You don't lose points for getting a wrong answer. Let's give everyone another 30 seconds, maybe. Christopher in the booth, is that all right? We have 440 players. So we'll give another 30 seconds. Maybe we'll get it up to 500. Be a solid game show here. We're going to ask some engineering questions, some random questions, some third grade questions, some kindergarten questions, just to test your speed and agility. Say the link one more time. It is on the screen, but I'll say it anyways. The link is crowd, pronounced crowd, CROWD .live, LIVE, / A like astronaut, 3 like the number 3, S like Sinensky, N like nay, like the horsey sound, and H like holy moly. Type that into any internet-connected device. You should get the game show. You should see the screen that says right behind me, the trivia game will begin shortly. That shortly is in about 10 seconds. Oh, we got our 500 players, 514 to be exact. So I think we're ready to go. Without further ado, Christopher, could we start the game? All right. Looking forward. Excuse me one second. Sorry about that. All right, the first question coming up on the screen now. What color do you see on the screen? Again, some of the questions are a little bit easy. Some of the questions are going to be a little bit hard. You might all know that this is not green. So good for you. Don't click on that one. The correct answer is obviously teal. It looks like just about every one of you wrote the answer as teal. Good job, everyone. So you're all going to get a bunch of points over there. We're going to have a question. We'll show you the correct answer. Obviously, in this case, 6% of you thought the answer was blue. That's okay. You probably have to adjust your computer screen. And then we'll show you the rankings over here. The next question. Arduino was invented in this country. Any ideas? What country? We like to put Israel up on the screen. We put that up there a lot. Doesn't mean it's the right answer. So in what country was the Arduino invented? See the answers up on the board. Looks like most of you thought Israel, right? That's pretty natural. It's pretty natural. No, Italy is the right answer, as you see right now. Let's see the rankers board over here. We have Mayor in first place. Oh, no, Rebecca Y. So that's pretty solid. The next question, 1,000,000 ohms is equal to how many kiloohms? If you're like most students, you have no idea what this means. You know there's a thing with mega and killa and willa and nilla. You move the decimal to the left or the right. You kind of guess. Hope you get it right. It looks like most of you did not get it right, but that's okay. A bunch of you did. The correct answer is obviously 10,000. I don't know if a lot of you got that. No, a lot of you didn't get that, but that's okay. It'll be Chinese. We'll go a little more before we start taking a closer look at the rankings. The next question, what is the answer to the question below? There's a little bit of reading comprehension. You got to read and do math at the same time in your head. For some of you, that's not possible. So just take a guess. They told me on the SATs to always do C if you weren't sure. So see what you think about that. Looks like a lot of you got it right. Way to go. Way to go. 80% with the right answer. Congratulations over there. We're going to go on to our next question. According to the Pew Research Center, what percentage of American adults own smartphones? So not a flip phone. It's got to have a screen on it, preferably touch. I don't know, you can get a non-touch BlackBerry. I don't know if that counts. It's a good question. What percentage? I'll give you a hint. It's a high percent. Higher, people, higher. Most of you went a little bit low, but that's okay. The correct answer was 96%. A lot of people, yeah. Because when you think about it, every single adult watching this right now has one. So that's like 100%. Covers the 4% that don't have. So here you see the leaderboard, and we're going to go on to the next question. Before becoming Google's smartphone operating system, otherwise known as Android, it was being developed for what kind of use? Most of you are probably thinking, what is Android? I've never heard of that. But there is another thing out there, and it was invented for something. A lot of you look like you're guessing. Oh, wow. I'm surprised about half of you are getting the answer right. The answer is cameras. Cameras. Believe it or not, remember point and shoot? They had a little screen. There was a lot of fun. So we had that up there. All right, next question. Before becoming the web page giant, YouTube, what was it being designed for? What was YouTube being designed for? TorahAnytime.com? It's a lot of Torah. It's a lot of video. Anyone? All right, not bad. A lot of guessing out there. Not so good, but that's okay. I don't expect people to know this one. It was kind of the back of the mind trivia for the little kosher dating site over there. So ironically, it became YouTube that it is today. So way to go. We call that a pivot in the engineering world. And they really pivoted nicely, let me tell you. You're watching us right now on YouTube. So, all right, and here's the next question. How many angles, not sides, angles, are you going to find inside that octagon? Is it 1, 2, 3? If you're looking at the picture on the bottom, you already got the question wrong because those are not octagons. The octagon is the 8-sided one. All right, on to the next question. How many students? Ooh, we'll get that in a minute. How many students are in CIJE Tech Engineering? If you've been listening since the beginning, we've actually given you the answer. So how many students do you think are in CIJE Tech Engineering? Is it the total number of students in the world minus the Spanish taking students, because that's usually the other elective, and whoever's left is taking engineering? If you guess that, you're wrong. I'm sorry. It's 2,471. But way to go out there. That's you guys on the screen that made that question possible. So congratulations. Now, some of you have been using in your projects the Arduino Mega. Do you know how many pins are in that Arduino Mega? If you don't know what I'm talking about in this question, that's fine. It probably means you have a student or a kid in this class and they told you to watch. But those of you that are in this course know what an Arduino Mega is. It's like a giant Arduino. It's got 54 pins out there. Not bad, not bad. 30% of you got that. So, all right, not everyone's using that. That's okay. Better luck next time in that question. How many milliseconds are there in one day? We love milliseconds in coding, which is terrible because we just want to talk in seconds. But alas, we must talk in milliseconds. So how many milliseconds are there in one day? I'll give you a hint. It's a lot. Higher than you think. The highest number possible, 86,400,000. Some of you have used that in the code. I saw a nice Hanukkah menorah. The guy wanted one light to go on each day, so we had delay 86 million in there. It was a little bit of a cheat, but hey, if it works, it works. So that was a great job. So we got the next question on the screen now. How many times will this light blink per second? And there we're back to those milliseconds. See if you can figure it out. We got a 700 and a 300. That equals 1,000, which is only 1 second. This doesn't make any sense, but the answer is once a second. So great job out there for those of you that got that. Some of you might claim right away, some of you not so, but that's okay. How much resistance is in this resistor? You got to look at the bottom, this little picture over there. Some of you, like me, still do not know what those colors are for, why they have those colors, what's the point of those colors. But there is the color band system. Does anyone know by heart the browns, the greens, which is the front and which is the back? There's really no system. It's really crazy that this is how we build things. But the answer was 10K. Hopefully a lot of you got that. Yeah. All right. On to our next question. How old is our mentor, Christopher Auger Dominguez, our newest CIJE Tech member over here on the East Coast? You can see a picture of Christopher if you scroll down a little bit. Christopher, they're not being so nice to you, I have to say. We're not being nice, but alas, the truth is the truth. And it must be said, he is 38 years old. So Good job for like kind of good job. You were kind of mean, but you did get the answer right. It's okay. Christopher, it's all right. You look smart. You look smarter, so that's okay. This next question comes from Yeshiva University High School for Girls from Central. Got an email. Adam, do you know that when you put this much voltage into the analog read pin, you get exactly 613? I was like, there's no way that's true. And I did it, and they were right, which is crazy. So thank you, Central, for figuring that one out. 3 volts. So that's pretty cool. I even tried it. So happy commandments to you. We got some rankings here. We got Aviv in first place by 1 point over Moshe K. So let's see if we could use this question to pull back ahead. 1,000 ohms. What am I going to do? I got to make 1,000 ohms. I feel like there's so many of you out there. You just go to that resistor box and you just start pulling them out. And you're like, I don't know. It's a resistor. I'm with you on that one. They do actually have different meanings and different numbers. And you can combine them in different ways. They're not just for fun. But, all right, next question. Mr. Tesla redesigned, everyone heard of Nikola Tesla? Redesigned this famous inventions because they weren't so good. He reinvented this guy's stuff. I'll give you a hint. It's not George Washington, not an inventor, more of a politician, El Presidente. But which inventor just was not putting together quality stuff? I see a lot of you, Thomas Edison, about half you got it right. Way to go. Way to go. All right, let's do one more question, then we'll take a second. To measure light intensity. Now, this question actually has the most number of choices, and that doesn't mean anything. If you think the answer is ruler, it's not ruler. I'll give you that much. The rest you might not have ever heard of, but let's see what we can do. See, most of you get it right over there. All right, and the answer is obviously the photoresistor. It's going to measure light. It's one of the first sensors we use in the SciTech engineering course. We're going to pause the game for 1 second here. I'm getting a pause command from our director there. We're paused. Now, I'm still live, but the game is paused. So I'm not really sure what he wants me to do, but I'm just going to sit here. This is our SciTech engineering office over here. We have here our maker space behind us. We got a little 3D printer over here. This is great. Let's do 5 more questions, he said. Let's 5 more questions. Can we do 5 more, Christopher? Green light. Ready to go, Christopher. All right, next question is coming on the screen right now. Question number 19. Look at the picture below. Using the RGB syntax. RGB. Red, green. I'm not sure the next question is on the screen. I'm sorry, everyone. Using the RGB syntax. What are we going to see out there? I'll give you a hint. The first number is the amount of R, then the amount of G, then the amount of B. You mix all those together, what are you going to get? I love aqua, even though I don't know where you get aqua. Obviously, the correct answer is violet. You got a bit like a red-blue going on over there. Some sort of a funky color. Let's see, we got Eitan. The Aviv's pulled down. We got Eitan now with 1,028 points and Moshe K with 1,000. Let's see if we can break this. What Arduino board is this? Do you see that picture? Now, if you've only seen one Arduino in your life, you're missing everything. There's so many out there, different shapes and sizes. It's really crazy. So see what you think it is down there. It's not the most used one. That's right, the Pro Mini. Really fantastic for wearable projects, stuff that you want to put in a hat, a bracelet. That's one of our most popular boards for that. But if you're not making a wearable, probably have never seen it before. All right, so here's the next question. You already see it on your screen. PWM, we talk about this at the beginning, but we don't end up using it for a long, long time. PWM, person who mashes. A lot of your mashes, things get mashed up. That's okay. Let's see if you guys can get it. Oh, all right, that's good. That's good. A pulse with that. Way to go, guys. Way to go. I was a little nervous. People wouldn't know that one. I'd be a little disappointed. But way to go, guys. We're going to do one more question right now. And then we're going to go on to the next thing. Last question, number 22. What does this do? You see it on your screen right now. What does this do? It's a flexi thing. It is on a thumb sometimes. A lot of sign language gloves use them. Pretty popular over there. It is a flex sensor. It measures flex. It's a bendy sensor. Great for those those sign language gloves, anything that you want to measure your fingers and everything. All right, we're going to pause the game right here. We have in the lead, I'm going to give you the leaderboard. I don't know if you can see it on your phones. We have Eitan with 1,184 points. We have Mr. Teef. If Mr. Teef means Mr. Teef, way to go, Mr. Teef. Oh my gosh, they both have 1,184 points. That's crazy. Oh wow, that's cool. But Eitan got 18 questions right. Mr. Teef only got 16, but Eitan answered them quicker. So good job over there. And then in third place, a close third place, 1,172 is Orangey. So we're going to have a little tiebreaker a little later on. Way to go, guys. You can leave the app open. If the website, if you reopen it later, it'll ask you if you want to continue the game as is. You click less, you're right back in it. All right. When Corona struck a few weeks ago, months ago at this point, people were stuck home. And honestly, we have a lot of creativity in our midst, a lot of creative people. And unrelated to CIJE, the core of our creative and makerspace teachers and students decided on their own to begin making PPE. If you don't know what PPE is, well, that's crazy, but it stands for personal protective equipment. And it was in a tremendous shortage. Hospitals needed it, nurses needed it, doctors needed it, everyone needed it. And these students and teachers, on their own from their houses, brought home equipment from the school, bought equipment from the stores, and voluntarily made PPE equipment to give out to our first responders. A really inspiring story, really creative. Let's take a look at what these people were able to do.
Hospitals across the country face a shortage of personal protective equipment.
More on the shortage of medical supplies.
Facing a shortage of personal protective equipment.
Critical shortage at some hospitals.
Okay, I got this email today. I want to read it to you. Hi, I was told to reach out to CIJE. I'm a radiologist at Montefiore Hospital in the Bronx, and I heard you might be able to help us 3D print face shields to protect as many providers as possible. We would really appreciate any help in this venture. Thanks, Dr. Wheeler. We could totally do this. We could totally help out. We have these school partners. We have the know-how, the resources. I contacted this group of educators that we have connected, and I was like, hey guys, let's put our heads together to figure out the fastest way to make PPE. We got this.
Get on it. Done. It's smart time. Ladies and gentlemen, bass. Rhythm full of call.
Incredible. You guys did make it happen. You made incredible things happen. That was really inspiring. All right, our next award category is going to be healthcare. We had a lot of overlap in topics between elder care and healthcare categories, so we actually merged them into both. So this next award is going to be for the healthcare and elderly care projects all merged into one. So let's see some of the projects you guys put together.
And the road ahead is paved with possibility, laughter and smiles. When I'm with you, I'm soaring high and free. When you're in my world, I believe in me. I look into your eyes and see that I can be stronger, I can be braver, I can be anything, anything I wanna be. Oh, anything I wanna be. I have the courage, I am a hero. Everything I need is inside of me, is inside of me. Life throws me fire, and fate will test me 10 million ways. Sometimes I'm tired, it's hard to see the light of better days. But then I dare to dream, I find the hope for more. I reach for all you gave and see that I can be stronger, I can be braver, I can be anything, anything I wanna be. Oh, anything I wanna be. I have the power, I have the courage, I am a hero. Everything I need is inside of me, is inside of me. Life is the people we love and what we give to one another. Loving is giving, giving is life. Life is the people we love and what we give to one another.
All right, incredible. So our runner-up in the healthcare and elderly care category goes to Bless Your Heart from the David Posnick Hebrew Academy by Ryan Bajar, Noah Levine, Melanie Null, and Brandon Glazer. Way to go, guys. And first place for the healthcare and elderly care category goes to Cardiac A-Vest by Chana Bialik, Atara Mandel, and Gabriella Linfield from Bruria High School. Way to go, ladies. Let's see what these girls made.
The compressions are performed by a solenoid valve opening and closing, which is letting air in and out.
The victim then loses her natural pulse, so compressions resume. The victim then regains her pulse, and medical professionals are notified once again through the piezo.
Cardiac vests can help decrease the number of deaths by helping EMTs, Hatzalah organizations, police departments, fire departments, hospitals, and Army medics in the field save lives.
Oh, hey, we're back. Congratulations, girls. Really great job. Okay, so this year, we actually underestimated what some of the teachers and students will be doing. When we first thought of the idea for Innovation Day 2.0, we assumed that everyone would not be in school and making websites and projects at home. It turns out a lot of you really actually built projects at home. We saw teachers driving around the neighborhoods, dropping off parts, students biking to each other's houses and putting stuff in the mailbox. teachers Amazoning packages to their students. And it turns out a lot of people actually were able to build projects, like totally incredible, in their rooms, in their basements, in their garages. It was really inspiring. So we added a category called Best Physical Prototype. Everyone was automatically entered into it. Everyone was judged for it. Obviously, if you only had a 3D model, you wouldn't be eligible. But anything that you physically built fell into this category. And there was 2 that we thought stood out that was just so impressive that you were able to build this under the circumstances. So for second place for the Best Physical Built Prototype goes to the Easy Fold by Eliana Berman, Kayla Distenfeld, and Alex Masel from Frisch. Way to go, guys. Way to go. Woo. And the winner for the most sustainable project, first of all, thank you, Judy Leibowitz, for the little yummy O-Nuts for the staff here in the office. The winner of the most sustainable project for Innovation Day 2.0, built entirely at home, goes to the Pursuit Case by Gabrielle Kret, Nathaniel Adias, and David Wexler at DRS. An awesome suitcase that just follows you around. Really creative, really impressive that you were able to build that at home with what you had. Let's take a look at the suitcase.
Our invention, the Pursuit Case, is a suitcase designed to follow you through the airport, outside, inside, or anywhere else.
The Pursuit Case is a revolutionary product that can change the way all future advanced suitcases are made. It uses a Pixie 2 camera to track the color of your choice.
Our project, while looking very familiar and ordinary, is a major innovation in the world of travel, as well as help to assist the blind, disabled, elderly, or even people who just have their hands full struggling to pull a suitcase on their own.
Really great, guys. Really cool. Reminds me of my little Roomba. So, all right. The next thing we have is a lot of you have an opportunity in your schools for a unique experience by an organization called Grow Torah. They kind of merge biology, science, Torah all together. Really fascinating stuff. And was started by someone called Yosef Gillers. You might have met him at some of our events. A really great guy. He has some really inspiring words about overcoming your fears in the entrepreneurial world. So let's hear what he has to say.
I experienced fear and doubt many, many times in the early months and years of Grow Torah. There, up until about a year ago, every morning when I would get up and I was driving and commuting to go teach in one of my school gardens, I had a pit in my stomach that I felt like I just couldn't do this and I wasn't going to do it right and something was going to go wrong. I was so afraid that I built an entire safety net in that I didn't quit my full-time job. I did this just as a side gig at first, in my free time, piloted it out to see how it worked. And that safety net was what enabled me to calm my fears and know, okay, this is a good idea. There's something meaningful and significant here that's really going to support me.
Thank you, Yosef Gillers from Grow Torah. Looking forward to see you again. All right, our next award is for environment and sustainability, a really hot topic like we spoke about before. Let's see what you guys were able to put together.
servo motor that turns the right amount of degrees so Smart Farm is a four-season automated greenhouse that will open and close on its own to keep the crops inside at an optimal temperature.
task comes equipped with a DHT-11 humidity and temperature sensor.
We weren't able to get the real materials for the build, so we made a prototype with what we could find around the house.
Words and such thing. Oh wow. Okay, we're back. Really cool. Great stuff, guys. All right. So the runner-up for environment and sustainability goes to Safe River by Shira Haron, Alexander Kramer, and Emily Seligson and Joshua Marcus from the Bicultural Hebrew Academy High School. Shout out Dr. Paul Castle. Hope you're watching. And the winner for the sustainability category goes to. We have to stop licking these shut, guys. Oh, cute. Cute. Very cute. Very cute. Ironic for sustainability. Very nice. Real funny. Real funny. For sustainability, the winner of this year's 2020 Sustainability. I didn't know we have this many envelopes in the office, but it's good to know. Oh, that's crazy. That's really crazy. The winner of this year's Sustainability Award goes to The Vessi from the LaFell School by Eitan Godian, Anna Berenstein, and Avi Katzin. A really creative project, guys. Great job. Let's take a look at what they made.
Let me take you back 4 years ago, where our story began. We are a group of students who love gardening in a small garden at our school in West New York. Come summertime, all of our plants would die because no one watered them.
4 years later, we have finally created an innovative solution. Introducing Vessi. Vessi is a solar-powered water-detecting module that senses the moisture, temperature, and pH of your soil and waters your plants accordingly. They believe in creating a greener world.
There are two main components of Vessi. The Vessi water valve will be connected to your sprinkler terminal and only open to let water flow to your sprinklers when the Vessi soil module tells it to. The Vessi soil module will include a sensor that will measure the pH, moisture, and temperature of your soil and only water your plants during the most optimal times in order to not waste water.
Great job, guys. Really great job. Congratulations. All right, 2 or 3 years ago, we started a new program called CIJE Tank. We realized that a lot of you were making stuff that was awesome, and we were seeing it in stores. We were seeing it on Amazon, and we wanted to try and instill in all the young entrepreneurs with us right now that let's get these projects to market. What's the next step? So we started a parallel competition called CIJE Tank, and there's only one criteria we look at. It's, can this product make money and sell? We didn't care about the level of your prototype, your speech, your research. Can this idea make money? And we have 5 or 6 finalists every year. They present in front of entrepreneurs and investors, and the winning team wins a patent. Thank you, Nathan Renov from Pearl & Cone, for sponsoring the patent every year. Really appreciate it. It's a couple of $1,000s, but we want to give that winning team a patent, get them out there. It's the first step in really going public. So there was an option when you submitted your projects, whether or not you wanted to enter into the CIJE Tank. We had a separate panel of judges just to review the CIJE Tank aspect of your projects. These were the finalists that early next year, assuming we're in school and out in the public, will compete in the CIJE Tank panel in front of a live panel of entrepreneurs. So this year's CIJE Tank finalists to compete next year for the patent are Party Hoodie from the Yeshiva of Greater Washington by Akiva Klatzko, Ephraim Merkin, and Yaakov Ryan. The Clean Machine from Frisch by Gabe Greenfield, Eitan Abramowitz, and Bela Nugrishel. The Retail Rack from Brewery High School by Shoshi Cantor, Nava Groner, and Rebecca Siegel. The LibreScan from Yeshiva Darchei Torah, Shmuel Eliyahu Edelman, Yoshua Jassy, and Shaya Trenk. Embrace from the LaFell School by Lev Michali, Leigh Amidror, and Mati Emuna. And our last one is BioRap from Kushner Yeshiva, the Ray Kushner Yeshiva High School, Rebecca Arian, Sophia Eisenberg, and Mariana Kaufman. Great job, guys. Looking forward to seeing you guys compete next year. All right, our next award, our second to last award, is a new category that we started this year because there were a lot of you that are in school and a lot of your ideas had to do with school. So this next category has to do with innovation within the school environment. Let's see what you guys were able to come up with.
I'm here to talk to you about Handlight.
And this is our project, the Lightable.
For more than 100 years, the rotary combination lock has been the standard way to lock lockers and cabinets without a key.
We created SchoolSafe, a revolutionary system to reduce school shooting-related fatalities.
I'm telling you, you should really use my one-box fingerprint attendance system. It will revolutionize your classroom.
We realized that with a little help, every student had the potential to do what we were doing, to make commuter learning better available to every student and more engaging for everyone.
With MEDS, Medical Education Dummy Simulation, you can get in practice anytime, anywhere.
We believe that Secura can help prevent school shootings by allowing for an enhanced communication and a stronger sense of security.
And our project is Better Bus Buckle. Better Bus Buckle.
Better Bus Buckle.
To lessen the worries of the bus driver.
Whiteboards need to be erased. To solve these issues and save your time, we've created an electric eraser.
Way to go, guys. Way to go. Really great to see what your real issues are over there in school. All right, so the runner-up for the schooling category in Innovation Day 2.0 goes to the Smart Locker from the Frisch School by Jordan Goldberg, Aaron Goldcourt, and Eitan Weinberg. Great job, guys. Really great job. And the winner of the schooling award, it's not in here, for CIJE Innovation Day 2.0. Whoa. One of those unboxing videos. And the winner is Secura Safety Systems by Emma Steinhaus, Jonathan Semmel, and Lily Kurlander, and Maya Goodman from the LaFell School. Congratulations, guys. Really great job. Let's take a closer look at what these kids put together.
Hi, I'm Maya Goodman.
I'm Yoni Semmel.
I'm Lily Kurlander.
And I'm Emma Steinhaus.
And we are Secura.
We created the Secura Safety System. Secura works by sensing a gunshot, sending info to both the police and classroom pods, and allowing for optimized communication.
Our product has two separate components that work together to quickly detect a shooting. Our first component is a wall-mounted gunshot detector that will have a camera and will be able to detect the noise as well as the heat of the gun. Once the detector is triggered, it will send an alarm off that will alert the location and also send an alert to the police. Additionally, it will turn on our second component, is a handheld remote control that each classroom or office will have its own. Each remote will have a few different features, including a camera, an LCD screen, and a panic button.
Really great, guys. Really great. Good luck selling that to your principal. Yeah, that's great. Great idea. I want to see that next year in your school, but great job. All right, we have an update on the winners of our trivia game for $100. So according to the official rules, even though it was a tie between Eitan and Mr. Teef, Eitan actually answered more questions correctly. So Eitan, whoever you are out there, you just won $100 for CIJE Tech Innovation Day Trivia. Let us know who you are. Big round of applause. Great job. Great job. All right, we have one more prize and one more speaker. Some of you might recognize our next speaker. He is one of our entrepreneur panelists at CIJE Tank. A real spearheader in the entrepreneur world, Dov Friedman. He has some words of advice for himself, his younger self, that he'd love to share with us. So, Dov, let's hear what you have to say.
I think something that I would teach my young self, and it's something that I've learned in the last couple of years, is sometimes you have a great idea and you get really excited about that idea. So you go into your boss or to your investor and you just like go and just throw it out there without actually doing the work of making a proper presentation. I'm working with another company right now. It's a little, not so much on the innovation side, but it's with a startup that wants to do pre-made, ready-made cocktails and deliver to your home. And I had a marketing idea for the company, and I had a vision for how I thought this company should be sent out into the public. And instead of my younger self, I probably just would have called up the guys and be like, all right, so here's the idea. It's going to be based off of this and that. Instead, I went, made a full presentation, gave a clear message with mission statements, images, and just the full fleshed out idea. And I think that's something that's really, really important because then they got it. If I wouldn't have done it, they would be like, okay, yeah, maybe, but we were thinking about it this way. But now they actually saw the vision. And I think that's very important.
Thank you, Dove. Way to go. Way to go. Love to see you. Can't wait to see you at our next event. Always a pleasure. All right, our last and final category is for personal consumer products, usually our largest category. It's anything that a personal consumer would use. So let's see what some of the ideas you guys had this year were. Wow, always boggles my mind. Real creative out there. All right, so the awards for our final category. So the runners-up, second place for personal consumer products, goes to the Roll-O-Matic by S.D. Tyler, Sarah Nechama Starkman, and Shoshana Hammer from Lev Beis Yaakov High School in Brooklyn. Way to go, girls. And the winner for the Personal Consumer Products Award goes to whoever's in this box. Ooh, here we go. Uh-oh. It's apropos that it's like an Amazon package for consumer products. I just feel like would it be easier to open? It would be nicer. Thanks, guys. Thanks to our office staff for all the help. Really appreciate it. All right. And the winner for this year's Consumer Products Award goes to The Clean Machine by Gabe Greenfield, Bayla New Rochelle, and Eitan Abramowitz from Frisch. Way to go, guys. Way to go to all our winners. Let's take a closer look at what they made.
The coronavirus. It spread without any cure end in sight. Besides staying home, there's one thing we can do to help stop the spread.
Washing hands is very important, now more than ever. But the spread of germs has always been and will continue to be a problem.
That is why we would like to introduce the Clean Machine, the innovative automatic soap dispenser to revolutionize the hand hygiene industry. Let us show you how it works.
When one places their hand in the dispenser, the distance sensor detects a change and initiates the dispensing. If the button is pressed, then adult mode activates, but if it isn't, child mode, which better engages younger audiences, will activate. The adult mode fades from green to red, and the child mode flashes rainbow colors. Both run for 20 seconds. The button's placement allows it to be easily pressed while the soap is dispensed, so you only need to use one hand. When the lights turn off, the user knows that they can finish washing their hands.
Wow. All right, before we go to the credits, just the last few thank yous. Had a great night tonight. I hope you guys are all having a great time yourselves at home. To our president, Jason Curry, our vice president, Joel Barretts, our very own Judy Liebowitz, our vice president director, who most of you have seen in the classroom, Jay Smallwood, our executive producer, Phil and Arye, our dedicated staff over here in New York. Your mentors, Bob Jones, out there in Chicago. Way to go, Bob. Myself over here in New York, Christopher Auger Dominguez, who's actually directing the show right here from our sound booth. Dwayne Clark out in sunny Florida. Dwayne, always jealous over you over there. Aaron Wasserman over here in a little Westchester area, a little Ground Zero over there. Joey Saltzman out in Baltimore. I hear great things coming on over there. Kate Van Dellen over in Texas. Thanks for sharing your story, Kate. We have Catherine Owar and Teresa Doan out in Los Angeles on the West Coast. And Orly Nadler over here in the New Jersey area. And Yaffa Lamb. Also, thank you so much. And a really, really big thank you to our teachers. I cannot reiterate enough times that this program would not have gone forward without your dedication and support to your students for continuing on once schools were closed and once you were home. And of course, without you, the students, we wouldn't be here. What you guys did was mind-boggling. What you guys made at home, that you were making videos and websites. And for a lot of you, you've never made a website before. You've never made a video before. Most of you have never even made an Arduino project before. This was your first time doing all those things, and you excelled at all of them. So really great job to all the students out there. What you put together was amazing. Thank you so much for joining us. We can't wait to see what you're going to make next year when we're live and in person. Have a great night. Stay safe. Stay home. Here's our credits.